Welcome to the Interview Podcast, the voice of InterCT. InterCT's aim is to help young athletes become excellent individuals through the vehicle of soccer. Love the game, love to learn, and love to compete at InterCT.
Hi, everybody. Back with another Interview Podcast. I am Aaron Mazzola, joined by Mr. Tommy Robinson. How you doing, Tom?
Good. The co-host is good.
The co-host, Mr.
You only ever named me as the co-host once, by the way.
No, several times.
Once.
That's not true. Several
and
times.
when you get special guest, and he only gets on when we lock him in the office with us.
Gaslighting. I'm going to call you Gaslighter from now on. That's all you do.
Was that not a Sean Paul song?
Is
it was a Sean Paul song.
Sean Paul. I don't know. I saw a video the other day of this random guy up at open mic, karaoke, and he was singing. I think I forget the name of that song, but he did the Sean Paul version of it to a T. It was perfect.
It's got to just give me the light. It's got to be
yeah,
just give me the light.
Exactly like that. It was perfect.
All right, on topic.
Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully you heard Friday's podcast about the spring season, spring schedule. This one, Monday's podcast, short one where we talk about the summer schedule. We have some camps that we're running this summer that you've heard about before, or maybe done before. We've run in previous years, and some that you may not have heard about and we haven't run yet. So, we have all of our camps on the website as of right now. Looking at the website right now, it's all up to date. But we're basically here to come, give a little bit more information, and maybe, Tom, there is a discount code. Maybe
there is a discount code.
Oh.
Maybe we can put an additional one on for anyone that listens to this podcast. But yeah, well, I'll probably extend it if I'm honest. The discount code's supposed to end the end of March, but if this is going out Monday, we'll probably extend it for another week. And it's just early bird 20, early bird in all capital letters, and then the number 20. It doesn't work for every camp, if I'm honest, because some of our camps are already discounted. Pre-season, we don't discount because we got to do a lot. We usually have a jamboree off the back of it. We got to pay referees off the back of it. We usually bring in extra coaches to do that. The USL one, we don't discount that one because we rent SPU. We do it there. We got to pay for Coach Andy, the trainer. Right. And then some of our double header camps, what I mean by that is when we have two 2-hour camps running back to back. So we do like a 9 till 11 and then like an 11 till 1. They're already discounted. So if you register for the first camp, you get the second camp half price. So, some of our camps that are 50% off would be our small group clinics, which are a pretty popular one. Last summer, they sold out every single time. And then obviously the skills one. The skills one, we probably shouldn't discount because the amount of giveaways we do. Last year, we give a free pair of cleats to, I think Flinny got them and PJ got them, and I take them to soccer and rugby. And, the most skillful players on camp get a free pair of cleats. We also do soccer balls, jerseys, shin guards, water balls are all done by Nike. So a lot to go over. I do think there might be still one or two to add if I'm 100% honest, and I'm talking more union and goalkeeper specific camps and maybe one or two girls DPL camps. But for the most part, if you go on our website, there's a camp every single week. So if we kind of slowly work down it, the first camp you'll see is the end of season camp. That's an evening camp because some schools still have are still in kind of session in the morning because of the snow days and whatnot. So we just do that in the evening. It's a 2-hour camp. If you are registered by June 1st for the next season, you get that camp for free. So last year, if you remember, that was the one we did at West Rocks, and is where you was managing the younger group, and I think the younger group it may have had 60 kids in it. It was that popular. So
preseason camp.
That was the end of season camp. It was the first one that we did when it was like me, you, Joel, Carlos, Jay. And we do that, and it's kind of more as a thank you for the spring season, but also allowing new players who come into the club to meet their teammates, to experience All Saints, to get to see our philosophies and our styles. So if you get offered a spot before June 1st, which I'd expect most people, because our tryouts are May 6th,
Yes.
and if you're registered and you're paid, then you would get that camp for free. And then obviously other people that don't register to play for us can still do that camp. You don't have to be an InterCT player to do these camps. If you have a friend who wants to come and play, or you have a relative come in, I think last year we had a relative, a kid who was over visiting friends who was from Norway, and he dropped in, did a few camps for the time he was here, and then once obviously he was finished, he went back to his own thing. So that would be that week of the camp, and then the
I do
next
just
one,
want to add, Tom, what's one thing that we have this year that we don't have last year?
we don't have to go on the road trip. We're going to stay at All Saints.
Yeah, we got the turf at All Saints now.
That's good. You're just happy you can run the tuck shop again.
Yeah, exactly. Ice pops. I'm gonna go to Costco and get some good stuff. Good stuff. So the kids have a nice snack. They have something refreshing, some Gatorade, some waters. Something we didn't have last year, and I know some of the kids were missing out on some of the refreshments and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited. Well, also excited to have it at All Saints too. You know, we have our own facilities that, you know, brand new and beautiful, and we get to use.
Definitely looking forward to getting back there. I don't know about you. I was like an autopilot most of the summer. I still pulled into All Saints and thought, oh no, we're around the corner.
Yeah.
Go back through the school. Must have done that like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into them all, but also on there, you'll see a lot of the fundamental camps, the middle school speed agility camps, the high school camps. They are run in partnership with SPU. Any of the players that we've had do SPU, there's been benefits from it, whether that be kind of to come back from an injury, to help prevent a future injury from just being more explosive. So if you want, or you have a kid who's interested in that, you might see the running styles not as fluid, as natural. They might fall over a little bit more. I would definitely look to do that. And then the high school stuff, if I was never too much into my health and working out, but you see a lot more over here in the US. Kids are into it and they're working out, and it's only going to help you. You know what I mean? It's going to, prevent injury by strengthening the ligaments and muscles. It's going to give you an understanding of how your body works, what to eat, what to train. So, if you are looking for something away from just on the ball stuff, those camps are great. And you would never have to worry about them being rained off because it's indoors. So,
yeah. Well, let me add to that. I have a 2010 player right now that is asking me, what he could do to prepare himself for high school and playing soccer at a higher level. And other than on the ball stuff that, one, it takes time to get better technically, which everybody needs to do. But there's an aspect of preparation that it doesn't take any skill. It doesn't take any talent, doesn't take any technical abilities, but it does take effort, which is fitness, strength training, stamina, stuff that you don't need any talent for, but if you're looking to play at the next level, completely necessary. I'm sure that, Tom, you can attest, some of those kids in Tampa that we saw, I mean, fast as all lightning, technically great, but strength was higher than anything our boys were used to. Pace of play, massive. So again, like I said, doesn't take any skill, but you put the effort in, you will become a better player.
No, I totally agree. And I actually like that format. I wish we've ran them in the past as part of InterCT, and we just not got the buy-in as much. So I'm hoping now that the more that people are doing it, the more that they're understanding it, the more they get into those next levels. Like if I'm a high school kid, I'm definitely looking at the 624, 628 speed camp, because that would then get me ready for when my high school season is kicking around.
Definitely.
Further on. Another one that we're excited to bring back, we've actually changed the timing of it, is the kind of the USL talent camp. We used to do it in the middle of the summer. Now we're running it the same week that the USL youth would start. So, if you are selected for one of those USL youth teams and you want to do the USL kind of talent ID is how we're wording it, because It used to be just the academy camp, but now because we have USL Youth and USL Academy with our pathway, we can kind of cover a lot more. So if I'm honest, that's my favorite camp we run because it rotates in 3 sections. So you've got on field, you've got kind of mobility, strength, power, conditioning with Coach Andy in the gym. Obviously, the older kids get to do a little bit more. They get to use the weights, squats, deadlifts, things like that. The little ones are a little bit more just kind of coordination, turning, balance, things like that. And then we also use the classroom. So what we'll do is we'll pull up some of the footage from the kids down in Tampa and say, look, this is Patrick Flynn, this is Emiliano, this is Nolan, who were in these seats 2 years ago doing this camp. This could be you in 2 years. And we kind of talk about the pathway, we talk about the structure, we kind of educate them that way as well. So
also important to note, Tom, on the website, it does say that we have 30 spots to fill, 10 per age group. If you are interested in something like that, please take a look, ask questions if you need to, but get on it early because there are only 30 and they have every year it sells out fairly quick.
Yeah, I emailed it out yesterday, and I think Hannah sent one out at the beginning of the week. We already had 10 spots taken, so I only have 20 spots left. And remember, it's only 10 per age group. So the USL camp at the start is kind of offered out to our current RL players, and then as we get closer to the camp, we can start reaching out to everyone else. Because I don't want this to come across mean, but one of our pre-team players doesn't need to be doing this because they're not currently on that projection of where they need to be and kind of looking to play in the USL Academy. But you might be a pre-team player at U10, but by the time you get to U14, you might be invited to do the USL camp. So
Definitely.
We try and keep the quality high. We try and keep it to players that are going to benefit as much as possible. And if you are interested in that, and you might be an SL player or someone from outside the club, you would just reach out to me. I would ask for some game footage or go and watch a video and see, okay, maybe they're at this level, or talk to a coach if you're a current Inter player, and we can go from there.
Yeah, of course. I can take the next one here. It's the high school speed camp, 624, 628, which Tom already spoke about. 14 to 22 years old. And this is, it's what it says in the title, speed camp, focused on speed, quickness, and agility, and hosted by SPU. And like we said before, SPU has their own facilities. If you haven't been there yet, fantastic facilities. Their own gym, their own turf portion. Andy is great. We play soccer with Andy. He coaches some of our younger and older boys in the fitness and stamina aspect. So if you're interested, we have that at SPU. Take a look, ask questions, but great for the high school boys and girls that want to, get quicker and compete better in high school.
Yeah, no, I think spot on there. I think what you'll see if you spend a few seconds on our website is SPU have those camps running over and over each week.
Yeah. The next one is 7-8 and 7-12 listed on the website, but that's the active start. But you can call SPU up as well if you see something on here. You can contact them, but they have camps every week, basically, right? Fundamentals.
Yeah, they're there all the time. And that's just because we believe in what they're offering, and we want to offer that to kids that are looking for that. But kind of back to what we're doing, once we get 4th of July out of the way, we have the elite group training again. That's a specialized camp. We can only take 8 players per kind of group. So last year we ran that 2 or 3 times and it sold out. So it's just 8 players in the 7v7 format, 8 players at the 9v9, 8 players at 11v11. If we get interest and there's a lot more girls wanting to do, which I hope happens this summer, I hope we get a lot more girls on the field, then we would separate it. We would have a boys and a girls group 7v7, and all the way through. Sometimes that doesn't happen. That's why it ends up being capped. But I think one thing that you'll find with our camps is we don't really do the babysitting camps. I was brought to America to do those camps. I would do 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And when you sit back and evaluate, yes, it's value for money. But if you actually have a kid who's serious about soccer, they probably stop getting better after the first 2 hours, 3 hours, because coach is exhausted, the players are exhausted. You can't keep the intensity going for so long. and then all of a sudden it drops off. So that's why you'll see a lot of our camps are just kind of 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, because we are trying to treat it as if we would do a team session. We want our summer for kids to get better. We don't want it to be, oh, I'm going to go do that camp over there because it says it has a pathway to some club, and it's not. It's just coaches being brought over and doing it. So that would be that week. And then,
it's an important distinction, Tom, between, you know, us and some other clubs, or, you know, in the area, out of the area. We really want players to get something out of our camps, not just like occupy their time. Because I've worked for several different clubs in the past that, oh, you know, you're gonna run a camp from 9 to 4, 9 to 3:30, whatever it is. And you know, I'm so tired by the, like, even just midday, because I have to make my voice heard. I have to have everybody organized, and you know, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's a tough one sometimes.
I've done it before, and once you get past 1 o'clock, you're looking for games that just take up time. So like the reason why kids all want to play Lightning is because they have a coach who's absolutely exhausted, doesn't want to teach them, and they're just going to play Lightning, because if you manipulate the game long enough, that could last 4 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you play like Jailbreak, or you play like but that's why you don't then see these games during a season. Like, I've never done Lightning during an actual season of coaching. You only whip these out in the summer. So,
but also we have are we holding the Football for All in Norwalk?
Not in Norwalk. They're going to be more in the Union and Shelton branch and the Milford branch.
Those are good camps, though. They are good camps, shorter than a 9 to 3 camp, but it is more of a game centric and fun camp.
Yeah, so we went for the game side of things, which kind of brings us on to the next camp for 7-15, 7-19, is we went Premier and street soccer camp. So these are these two 2-hour camps that I'm talking about. The first 2 hours will be your Premier style of coaching, which is what we do typically during the season. We would base it on our core competencies. We'd base it on what we're trying to work on. And then in the afternoon part of it, it would be street soccer, which was very popular during the winter. We would bring the guys in. It would be some form of tournament, some form of competition where they play against each other, and they kind of make it work that way. So that's the one where if you sign up for the morning, you get the afternoon for 50% off as well. So they're the ones that are really, really good and helpful at that. I apologize, guys. We got a guest appearance from my son, who's been really good in the background. But what do you want? He wants a cracker, which is also a cookie shortbread. So,
hi, Declan.
You say hello?
And he disappears.
Oh, he's hiding now. He's going back to Paw Patrol. So, yeah, like I said, so you'll see that repeat quite a few times. Another one that we do in the background is kind of the similar format, 2 hours. We've got the attackers, goalkeepers, and then we turn that into street soccer as well. And then we kind of keep repeating that similar format, elite group training. The only one where it changes up on that is when we bring in the skills camp sponsored by Nike. And that is truly sponsored by Nike. They give us a budget to spend. Typically, we go over because we do want to make sure these kids are feeling special. Last year, they got jerseys, they got soccer balls, they got shin guards. And then, like I said, then you can see the photograph online. I took Patrick and PJ. I was right to soccer and rugby to get some cleats at the end of it. And then the big one finishes the summer off pre-season. I call it a big one because the coaches that are doing it are 9 till 12 and then 4:30 till 7:30. You know, this is usually where you see Anthony Quinn sleeping on the massage bed in the clubhouse, because he's there all the time. He's doing 3 hours in the morning, a little break, and then he does 3 hours in the afternoon. So main reason we do that is we used to do it just all 9 till 12, and then you might never see your coach. Where this way, Aaron knows he can work with one age group in the morning, and then he can work with another age group in the afternoon. Therefore, it's really beneficial. And one thing that I like about this, it gives us 15 hours with our players. For me to get 15 hours of coaching with my players, I'm probably halfway through my season by the time that
like
happens.
4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks in, where we can get that all into 1 week. And then it's nice because you get everyone back together. And then at the end of that, we usually finish with a jamboree, Shelton, Norwalk, wherever. We just bring those guys back together and we just do a fun one. Just so whatever you've tried in practice, you can kind of get out onto the field as well. So
yeah, definitely. So
And then
No.
the final one, mate, before you shut it down, the only one we've not touched on is the one we brought back new last year. I wasn't there because I was in Bermuda at the time, but the residential camp's back. It's slightly earlier this year. But spots are going fast on that one because we've been promoting that one since the new year. So making sure if you are interested in that and get out to the residential, Aaron, you might be able to share a little bit more information, but I do believe it was a lot, but it was very beneficial to the kids that were there. From the feedback I got, they thoroughly enjoyed it.
No, it was a great camp, and it was run really well. I think, I've been to several different residentials as a player and also as a coach, and no doubt, Tom, that was the best dining hall food I've ever had.
There you go.
I went to a private school for 4 years for college, so that's saying a decent amount.
Yeah.
But you can see if you look at the schedule, we have camps all throughout the summer. We have
Correct.
different options, different level of camps. We also have camps over in Milford and Shelton. If you want to take a look at those, maybe you could supplement a little bit. But really,
I think based on this, what we have, there could be nobody who looks at our website and says we don't offer everything. You've got the speed camps, you've got the elite camps, Union have gone down the football for all route where it's just bringing in, because Union have to look after the Norwalk and the Shelton
and the travel program in Milford. So I think, great information. Declan, we're almost done, bud. We're almost done, Declan.
He's just really excited because we're going to Orlando over Easter, and
you told him.
Minutes, he just keeps telling me Orlando. So
Orlando.
There it is, Orlando. So,
Mickey Mouse.
Where are we going tomorrow?
Orlando.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank everybody. Thank you all for listening, and please take a look at the website. Make sure that you have the current information now. We've shared everything with you, and like Tom said in the beginning, we may add or think about moving or something to do with another camp this summer. But for the most part, it's set. Dates are up there, times are up there, prices are up there, registration's all set. Take a look. You have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out.
Definitely. And keep in mind, if you register inside, I'm going to extend that early bird. I'll probably extend it for the first whole week of April, but make sure 20% off. It obviously helps a lot.
What's the code again, Tom?
Early bird 20, number
Yes.
20 capitalized. So make sure you look into that one. And then final one from me is, we say it a lot. We talked about it with the Winter League. We talked about it with other programs. These will sell out. And the amount of people that reach out to me the week of the camp and was like, oh, I forgot to sign up. And some of them we can accommodate. But if it's the USL camp, if it's the elite group training camp, we can't fit you in.
Limited space.
Like we can't put it out there. This is only 10 players. And then all of a sudden we say, oh, there's 20 players there. It doesn't match what we're doing. And all of a sudden we become one of those babysitting camps. So if you want to be there, if you want to play all throughout the summer, we can do that with you guys. And we just recommend signing up as soon as possible.
Definitely. Well, thank you all for listening. This was another interview podcast. Early Bird 20 is the discount code. Get it in there, or it's not going to be up for much longer. Again, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Hope everyone had a good Easter and is having a good Easter Monday. Is that a thing? Easter Monday? It is.
It
right?
is in the UK. It's a holiday in the UK. It's a 4-day holiday. Not here.
Anyway, talk to everybody soon. See everybody soon, and good luck for a nice spring season. And specifically to you, Tom. You got teams now. 2015's coming in.
Three teams to coach now, mate.
Three, because of the pool team.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Again, any questions, summer base, reach out to me and take advantage of them codes and the spaces while they last, because they won't be there when we get to June, July time.
Beautiful. Love it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Interview Podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, find us on Facebook and Instagram, and check out our website, www.interctfc.com.